The gentleman from Louisiana, Mr. Carter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Mr. Administrator, for being here. I represent the state of Louisiana, a state that knows intimately the cost of inaction and indifference when it comes to environmental protection. In Louisiana, the environment is not some abstract policy issue. It's a matter of life and death, survival and displacement, health and chronic illness. You mentioned in your opening statement, or in one of your statements, and I really appreciate it, I want to zero in on the fact that you said that you believe in coexistence and ensuring that industry and healthy communities are able to work together. It's a message that I often send. But I also add to that the importance of making sure for industry to ever survive, you have to have healthy communities. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
We have to make sure that individuals have clean water, clean air, and they're being listened to because they're the ones who are front line. Would you agree with that as well?
Of course.
In the past few years, under the previous administration, the previous administrator took my invitation seriously and visited with me in Louisiana to meet with industry and individuals, to meet with people like Rise St. James, to meet with people like the Bucket Brigade, to meet with communities like the Concerned Citizens for a Better St. John, and industry as well. Sir, would you be willing to accept such an invitation to work closely, to listen, and to be a part of solutions?
I love any good excuse to come to Louisiana.
I'll take you up on it. We got lots more too, so thank you very much. That's important because we need to demonstrate not just in word, but also in deed, that coexistence begins with and is paramount with having safe communities, because industry can't survive if it doesn't have people to work in these facilities. So I thank you for that. I want to jump to let's talk a little bit about resilience and disaster preparedness, specifically the grants your agency canceled that were designed to increase in my district's resiliency, flooding, and extreme heat. One such was the community organization Stay Ready NOLA for creating a solar-powered resilience facility in New Orleans to house linemen and other first responders in the aftermath of hurricanes. It would also provide the surrounding communities with a safe place to cool off, charge their phones, and receive supplies. This project is direct response to lessons learned from Hurricane Ida in 2021, where parts of my district lost power for several weeks. The deaths that occurred from Hurricane Ida were not just because of flooding or storm surge, but the elderly and sick residents overheating without power, without air conditioning during the scorching summer days in following the storm. Stay Ready NOLA Executive Director Neil Morris is here today. I want to take a moment to recognize him and the incredible work that he does in our community to build this vital facility. When these grants were pulled, you didn't just cancel paperwork, you undermined life-saving mitigation efforts in vulnerable communities. Dillard University is another one of those perfect examples of an HBCU that had funding to retrofit its facilities to serve as community resilience hubs during emergencies, was also terminated. Mr. Administrator, do you commit to restoring these grants after review?
That commitment I'm not going to make. However, I'm happy to work with you to be able to identify any portion of the grant where there would be alignment with the administration. We can work together. Our teams can work together. As far as the entire grant, one of the differences of opinion in administration priorities and policies from the Biden administration to the Trump administration is that we believe that money should get spent, if there's a dollar to get spent in the name of remediating an environmental issue, the dollar should get spent on directly remediating the environmental issue, not giving money to...
I hate to cut you off. I got 36 seconds. Sure. I want to ask you one final question. Your office's termination letter to Stay Ready NOLA in their project to build a hub for first responders stated, the objectives of the awards are no longer consistent with EPA funding priorities. How is assisting linemen and others providing life-saving services in the aftermath of a natural disaster no longer consistent with your agency's priority?
So the difference is that at the Trump EPA, we do not agree with spending the money by giving it a pass-through grant to an entity where even a portion of the funding is used to prop up an NGO as opposed to spending it on directly remediating an environmental issue. So again, happy to sit down with you. I know that there are a number of grants.
Yes, sir.
On top of just the two that you referenced inside of your district. I'm happy to go through the entire list with you.
I would love to visit with you. Thank you for being here today, and I'm going to accept your offer to come to Louisiana to visit with these stakeholders, to talk about these individual grants, whether it's Dillard University or any other that's out there that have been so critically important to the people of Louisiana, both Republican, Democrat, and the like. Environmental issues, environmental justice, environmental concerns don't have color, don't have race, don't have party. They only have people. So thank you very much, and my time is up, and I yield, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman yields back.